What's going on, YouTube? Mackie64 here. Today we're going to talk about the final verdict. I'm going to move the mic, excuse me about that. We're going to talk about the final verdict of Rip Trippers. Now, the latest scandal is that Rip Trippers said that vaping has side effects that caused him to have hypothyroidism, have muscle cramps, have headaches, and a few other things that white and dry knuckles and all this stuff. Today I'm going to discuss the truth behind all of it. Now, I did a bunch of research, and when I say a bunch of research, I legitimately spent about 5.5 hours yesterday researching all those symptoms and hypothyroidism and everything of that sort, and I have come up with a conclusion and the truth so everyone in the vaping community can sleep easy tonight and know what actually is going on. Now, Rip Tripper said that he had hypothyroidism designated to him, or at least that's what the doctor said he had, saying, in essence, that that was stupid. Let's redo this again. We're going to go to the 26 mark. 26 mark. Make sure you know 26. 26. I know what you did last summer. What's going on, YouTube? Mackie64 here. Today we're going to talk about the final verdict to the Rip Trippers scandal. I knew I said that the other day was going to be my last video on it, but this, truthfully, is going to be the last video because I felt a little uneasy just defending somebody and not knowing the symptoms and situation. So I decided to research it a little further. I took about 5 hours out of my day to research it, and this is what I came up with, okay? Now, Rip Tripper said that he went to the doctor and they diagnosed him with hypothyroidism. Now, he said that the vaping caused symptoms of cramping, dry skin, especially on the knuckles, says he, headaches. I don't think he said nausea, but he definitely said some other things was caused by vaping. Dehydration was one of them, I do believe. So I did a little bit of research on the internet. I went to a lot of medical websites. I also went to a bunch of different vape research websites just to look up symptoms and things like that, and just to see what I could find. And I found some very interesting things yesterday. So first off, let's start off with his symptoms. Now, he said that he had hypothyroidism. Okay. He said that the doctors had prescribed it, but the reason he went was because he had dry skin, cramping in the arms and calves. He had headaches. He had, I think I already said dry skin, but you watched the video, so you know all the symptoms that he said he had. Now, upon my research, I've found out that all those symptoms, 100% of those symptoms, come from hypothyroidism. Now, I really researched as much as I could about vaping, if vaping can damage your throat. And from what I noticed, you can damage your throat, but not the glands. So your your thyroid gland is pretty much so safe. It's outside of your throat. So just know that it's not going to be caused, or vaping won't cause any trauma as far as I can see to your throat in that regard. Now, with that being said, let's talk about his side effects that he said PG caused. I researched that as well. what could propylene glycol possibly cause damage to while vaping? Now, PG is basically carries your flavor. That's what the purpose of it is. It carries flavor in your juice. And as far as I can see, VG can do absolutely 100% no damage to you via vaping. It just does not. Okay, so there's that. Now, I kept looking a little bit further. Maybe VG was the problem. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Couldn't find anything on that either. And then I got to nicotine. And if you remember me talking about having headaches and being sick and whatnot from vaping, that was 100% true. I did not lie. I did actually have those symptoms. I got violently ill. Every time I vaped, I had just an excruciating headache. I couldn't even think straight. I didn't want to do anything because my head hurt so bad. It was not good. But besides that, we also have the actual vaping, the heat from it. Maybe that could cause something. No, I didn't see anything. I mean, as far as personal, I would vape at a very high hot heat, and at one point that did cause some burning to the tongue. But as far as any kind of lung scars, I guess it's possible if you're vaping on like 200 watts at a very low ohm. I mean, I could see you burning your throat and in that regard, but I don't, like I said, from everything I've seen, your glands are on the outside, so I mean, you'd have to be scorching your throat, and you'd probably die from it at that point. You'd probably be dead if you're vaping at that hot heat and scarring your throat to that extent, so there's that. Now, like I said, all of his symptoms was actually described by hypothyroidism. If you have hypothyroidism, all the symptoms that he said that he had come from that. The cramping, the dry skin. So, what causes hypothyroidism? Well, I found out that hypothyroidism has caused the damage done to the glands. Okay. Now, let's see. My research that I did yesterday said that generally when you have damage done to the glands, it's not what you think. Basically, the damage is caused by impact. So somebody like judo chops you in the throat. It's due to surgery being done and maybe like a botched surgery, and you destroy the glands. The glands end up becoming slower and non-reactive. And it also could be a birth defect. So, there you go. That explains the entire thing. That means vaping did not cause any of the effects that he had. Absolutely none. So, there's no way that he can talk himself out of this one. I think that's kind of why he took the video down in the first place, because he knew that once he said what he said, he got caught. I see that being the most likely of the situation. I really do. I mean, I don't see any way of getting out of this one for Rip. I think that the vaping side effect video, I think that's the last one, man. I think that's probably the last straw for a lot of people, and I think that's probably going to end a lot of relationships that he had over the years with a bunch of fans. I'm sure that, if there's any kind of thing that he could salvage out of this, it's that maybe by the hope of God, people forgive him for this giveaway which he's doing, and that's a total cop out, in my opinion. It's a complete cop out that he's doing, but I think that's the end of Rip Tripper's YouTube career. As far as reviews go, I mean, the thing about reviewing, you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt. Either you know what you're viewing and you know what he's talking about when he's showing you stuff, or you don't. So in that aspect, you can't really go wrong. You can't say, oh, he's a yes man. You know, that's just his opinion on a product. And in reality, when I watch Rip Tripper videos, I don't go, oh, well, I like it because Rip said he liked it. You know, that's not the way you should go about looking at reviews. And I think that a lot of people, when I made my first video, didn't quite grasp the concept I was trying to convey. But in essence, you shouldn't base your opinion off of what Rip Tripper likes compared to what you actually enjoy, because certain things, certain products do certain things, and you can't just go, oh, well, Rip said this is the best RDA on the planet. I'm going to take it, you know, I'm going to go buy it because it's the best. And even I don't care if it costs, you know, $400 for the RDA. You shouldn't go about it like that. I never did when I was vaping. I always based a product off of my needs and my wants. And, you know, my needs and wants were answered with one simple RDA, that being the Dark Horse, which was by far my favorite RDA ever on the planet. I never got to use, I did actually use the Vortex, I think it was, that my brother-in-law had, and I loved it too. But, you know, it's just, the thing is, you need to base it off of what you want and need. So as far as a reviewer goes, he's going to show you everything. And in my opinion, he has the best camera. He does it the best. I mean, that's my opinion. I think he has the best reviews as far as showing you everything goes. Does that make him the best? Period. No, it doesn't. But it does make it pretty nice whenever you get to look at all the stuff like he shows you. I think that's pretty sweet. But, you know, to each his own. You gotta do your thing. You gotta know what you want out of a vape. You gotta know what kind of products you're into. If you don't know what kind of products you're into, and you're trying to find that out, I mean, you know, do a little bit of research. Go on the internet. Find out the kind of stuff that you like. I mean, you gotta vape stuff in order to know stuff. That's just the bottom line. Oh, I'm going down. Oh, yep, that's the end of that. Geez, I played that terribly. I shouldn't even moved. I thought it was way going to be easier in that round because I got that bomb, but okay. We'll just walk right on back. Nothing I can't fix. But, yeah, it's strange to me that people still take reviews as serious as they go. And, like, when he says that he would go back and buy it the next day if he lost it today, man, you know that he's not going to do that. He doesn't have to buy anything, but would he? I mean, you know, you kind of got to look at it. Like I said, you got to make your own opinion about it while he's reviewing it, okay? Because his opinion is not going to be the same as yours about a product. It never will be, because you're not the same person. So just take that with a grain of salt, man. That's just all I got to say about it. So thank you so much for watching this video. Do I think he's a sellout? Before I end it, do I think he's a sellout? At this point, yes, I do. I said that he wasn't beforehand, and I'm going to retract that statement. Absolutely, 100%. There's no way around this one. I can't defend him at this point. There's just no way I can do that. I've sat here for 20, 30 minutes trying to say, is there any way that I could salvage that statement? And the answer is no. There's no way that I can go, all right, well, he maybe he just screwed up. He did screw up, and it sucks for him, because I mean, he's going to lose a lot of fans over something stupid that he did. And sometimes when you get in over your head, and you become famous, and you're as popular as he was. I mean, I'm not sure how many subscribers he had beforehand, but I know he's down to like 600,000. I want to say he had more than that. But I don't know. I just truthfully, I don't know. It's going to ruin everything that he worked so hard to build. And, I hate it for him, but, he did it to himself. So, do I think he's a sellout? Yes, because, the symptoms that he had did not come from side effects of vaping. If he would have just said, I'm a vapor and I have hypothyroidism, and just left it at that, I think would have been a better way to go about it. But at this point, there's no salvaging what he said. So it is what it is. You know, it's over. It's done with. If you don't like his reviews, obviously you shouldn't be watching his channel. But if you enjoy his reviews, then, you know, keep watching by all means. He's not a bad reviewer. I think as far as reviews go, he's pretty spot on. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think he's a great reviewer. But, you know, now he's gonna get a lot of questions about whether or not he's just being paid off. I mean, because obviously he was sponsored by a company that wanted him to push some electrolyte powder, and I mean, maybe he wasn't even paid to do it, but it just really tarnished his career in my eyes. It just made him seem very very selloutish. I mean, it's not good for Rip, man. I just feel bad. I feel bad that he's gonna have to endure a bunch of stuff for the next couple of months, and you know, it's pretty much done with it for him. So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and end it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure that you comment and tell me what you think. I do retract those statements that I said. I was 100% wrong about it, and I shouldn't have just jumped to it. But then again, the reason why I did this was because everybody was calling him a sellout, and they were not calling him a sellout for the right reasons. They were just jumping on the bandwagon of people calling him a sellout. And I wanted to clear it up and research it on my own. And the reason I did this video in the first place, or, you know, even definitive, was because I actually did have vaping side effects. So can you get side effects from vaping? Yes, you can, in my opinion. But it's mostly due to the nicotine, not because of the vegetable glycerin or the propylene glycol. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you comment. Tell me what you think about Rip Trippers, and should he still have fans after this, or do you think this is the end for Mr. Rip Trippers? Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. If you don't, that's okay too. If you did, share it with your friends and tell me what you think. This is going to be the last vaping thing I'm going to do, unfortunately. But it's simply because I just don't vape anymore. It's something that I don't enjoy doing anymore. It's not my passion, and especially since I got very violently ill off of my last experience. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.